Ryan Seacrest, the charismatic host known for his infectious energy on shows like American Idol and Wheel of Fortune, recently opened up about one of the most profound losses in his life, the passing of his father, Gary Lee Seacrest. In a poignant Instagram post that resonated deeply with fans and followers alike, Seacrest shared a family photograph accompanied by words that captured the raw emotion of grief intertwined with gratitude. The image depicted a tender moment with his mother, Constance Marie, and his sister, Meredith, gathered around a birthday cake, evoking memories of simpler, joyful times. Another snapshot in the carousel showed a youthful Seacrest, dressed in a sharp dark suit with a red striped tie and glasses, a reminder of the man who had shaped him into the person he is today. Gary Lee Seacrest, who was 81 years old at the time of his death, had been a pillar of strength and love in the family. Seacrest described him as a loving father who peacefully passed away earlier this week, emphasizing the solace found in knowing he was now in a better place and free of any pain or suffering. The words, "We are heartbroken," hung heavy in the air, a universal sentiment that anyone who has experienced loss could immediately relate to. Yet, amid the sorrow, Seacrest highlighted the enduring legacy of his father's devotion. A husband married for 56 years, an incredible papa to his granddaughter Flora, and Seacrest's own best friend. The closing line, "Dad, you will live in our hearts forever. I love you." Ryan, served as a quiet vow, a promise that the bond they shared transcended even death. To truly understand the depth of this loss, one must delve into the backstory of Gary's life and the battles he fought in his final years. Gary was not just a family man. He was a distinguished professional and a veteran who had served as a lieutenant in the U.S. Army. His career as a real estate lawyer showcased his sharp intellect and unwavering integrity, qualities that undoubtedly influenced Seacrest's own path in the high-stakes world of entertainment. But it was Gary's role as a family anchor that shone brightest. For over 5 decades, he and Constance built a home filled with laughter, support, and unyielding love, a foundation that Seacrest often credits for his grounded nature despite his celebrity status. The shadow of illness had loomed over the family for several years, adding layers of complexity to their story. Gary's diagnosis with prostate cancer came as a devastating blow, transforming what should have been golden years into a relentless fight for survival. Seacrest, ever the public figure, chose to share glimpses of this struggle not for sympathy, but to foster connection and awareness. In a particularly moving on-air segment in July 2025, during his radio show On Air with Ryan Seacrest, he recounted the harrowing details with a vulnerability that stripped away his polished host persona. At around 80 years old, Gary's condition had worsened. The cancer spread despite aggressive treatments, turning what was once a manageable foe into an unforgiving adversary. Seacrest's voice cracked as he described the moment his sister called during a live American Idol broadcast the previous season. "Dad is in the ICU. How fast can you get here?" The urgency of those words pulled him from the spotlight into the stark reality of a hospital room. Finishing the show felt mechanical, robotic, as he later admitted, his mind miles away with his father. The pneumonia that landed Gary in intensive care was a cruel twist, exacerbating the cancer's toll and testing the family's resilience to its limits. Yet, in true Seacrest fashion, he focused on the silver linings. The weekends spent together, the photos of smiling faces that captured fleeting moments of happiness. He spoke of his parents' 55-year marriage with reverence, how they found joy in simple pleasures like sitting by the ocean, hands intertwined, watching the waves roll in. This narrative of perseverance is one that Seacrest has woven into his public life repeatedly, using his platform to humanize the often glamorized world of celebrity. Hosting high-profile shows like Keeping Up with the Kardashians required a certain detachment, but personal trials like his father's illness grounded him. He recalled holding back his emotions for a long time, bottling up the fear and frustration until it became too heavy to carry alone. Sharing it on air was cathartic, a release that allowed him to honor his father's quiet strength. Gary's recovery from pneumonia, though temporary, was a testament to his fighting spirit. A man who had served his country, built a career and nurtured a family through every storm. Reflecting broader themes, Gary's story underscores the silent epidemics affecting families worldwide. Prostate cancer in particular strikes without warning, often in men who have lived exemplary lives. According to Medical Insights, early detection can make a world of difference, yet for many like Gary the disease progresses stealthily. Seacrest's openness has sparked conversations, encouraging listeners to prioritize checkups and support loved ones through invisible battles. His father's journey wasn't just medical, it was emotional, a roller coaster of hope and heartbreak that mirrored the human experience. As Seacrest navigates this new normal without his best friend, the outpouring of support from fans has been a bomb. Messages flooded his social media, sharing similar stories of loss and the enduring power of parental love. One commenter wrote, "Your dad raised an incredible son. His legacy lives in you." Another shared, "Heart goes out to you and your family, may his memory be a blessing." These words echo the Jewish tradition Seacrest might appreciate, turning grief into a collective embrace. In the days following the announcement, Seacrest returned to work with his signature poise, but those close to him noted a subtle shift, a deeper appreciation for time with loved ones. Hosting events, interviewing stars, and spinning records now carry an undercurrent of purpose, a drive to make his father proud. Gary's influence extended beyond the family. As a real estate lawyer, he navigated complex deals with fairness, a trait Seacrest emulates in his negotiations and on-air diplomacy. Looking back, Seacrest's relationship with his father was the stuff of heartfelt memoirs. Childhood memories likely included lessons on the baseball field, late-night talks about life's big questions, and unwavering encouragement during Seacrest's early radio days. Gary's military background instilled discipline, while his legal acumen taught the value of words, fitting for a son whose career hinges on them. Even in illness, Gary remained a source of inspiration, his recovery from ICU a rally cry for the family. The family photo in the post, with the birthday cake aglow, symbolizes continuity. Birthdays, after all, are about celebrating life amid its impermanence. Constance and Meredith, Gary's steadfast companions, now lean on each other and Seacrest, their shared sorrow forging an even tighter bond. Flora, the granddaughter, will grow up hearing stories of her papa, tales of bravery and love that will shape her worldview.